Greeting and seating the guest. While an elegantly set table may entice a guest's senses, it is the warm welcome and genuine interest offered by colleagues that will make guests feel truly special. In this lesson, we will look at the correct manner in which to greet and seat guests when they arrive for afternoon tea. See if you can spot any differences from greeting and seating the guest for breakfast. When your guest arrives for afternoon tea at the Club Intercontinental Lounge, smile warmly and wish them a good afternoon using their last name. Inquire about their day and show your interest by referring to a specific attraction they may have visited. Before escorting your guest to their table, ask whether they would like a magazine, newspaper, or book to read while enjoying their afternoon tea. Deliver the chosen item to them once they've been seated. Politely inquire whether your guest has a table preference, and once it has been chosen, present the table to the guest with an open hand. When assisting guests in being seated, remember that ladies are always seated first. When dealing with a repeat guest, inquire whether they would like to be seated at the same table as before. This small gesture shows that Intercontinental colleagues see each guest as unique, not just a room number on a page. Once guests are comfortable, place each guest's napkin by picking it up right on the point and unfolding it neatly. Lay it gently over the guest's knee, taking great care not to stretch over them. Direct your guest to the afternoon tea menu on the table and explain the different names and main ingredients of a few of the sweet and savory items available. Entice guests to explore cuisine unique to your establishment or area by pointing out local origin items and sharing interesting stories behind them. Before leaving the table, inquire what type of tea your guest would like. If a guest prefers not to have tea, present them with the beverage menu and inquire whether they would like still or sparkling water while deciding. After taking their tea or beverage order, thank your guest and wish them an enjoyable afternoon tea. If you're handing over your duties, introduce the guest to the Club Intercontinental colleague who will continue serving them. Did you pick up any differences between greeting and seating guests for afternoon tea and greeting and seating guests for breakfast? Let's take a look. Firstly, by the time afternoon tea is served, you should have a clear idea of who your guests are. For this reason, it is preferable that you use the guest's last name instead of just calling them Sir or Madam, as you may have done during your breakfast greeting. Secondly, the list of reading matter offered at afternoon tea includes books, as guests may have more time to relax than they did over breakfast. Lastly, when seating your guests for afternoon tea, your explanation of the menu will focus on sweet and savory confectioneries rather than buffet items, and also on tea rather than coffee. Afternoon tea at Intercontinental is an elegant and luxurious affair where guests are encouraged to sit back, relax, and indulge their senses. Make the experience as personal as possible for guests by welcoming them with confidence and heartfelt enthusiasm. You can gain confidence by practicing these steps on one of your colleagues.